In this video, we have the Galaxy A14 5G versus the Bold N3, a video that you guys have been asking for since these devices are around the same price tag, and we're going to talk about it more in this video. Stay tuned. What's up, Tech Gang? Hopefully you guys are having a great day. Hopefully everyone is safe out there. We have the Galaxy A14 on the left side, and of course the Bold N3, a phone that just released on the right side right here. And these phones are definitely gonna be different for sure. So we're gonna be talking about the differences and everything, and I'm gonna be telling you which phone you guys should pick up. Now, obviously we're gonna start off with the price tag. The Galaxy A14 5G, this is the 5G variant. It's gonna start off at $199, and obviously you guys can get this at many different places on plans like Metro by T-Mobile. If you guys do port-ins or you guys open a new line or whatever, you guys can get this device for free, and there's some other deals on this device elsewhere as well. Now, on the right side, the Bold N3 is going to be released unlocked on Amazon or of course Bold's website for $250 right now. However, this device was $199 at release, so if you guys got it at release, of course, both $200 devices. But for the sake of this video, the Bold N3 September 26, 2023 is going to be $250 in Amazon right now. And if you guys do want to end up picking this device up, I'll leave a link in the description down below. That is an affiliate link, and if you guys do purchase this phone through that link, it will definitely help out the channel. But let's get into some specification comparison and of course our day-to-day experience with both these devices. First and foremost, we're going to start off with the bodies of these devices. I believe these are extremely different devices. As you guys can see, we both have different types of camera setups right here. This kind of has more like different hole punches and stuff like that. We have a more circular camera cutout right here, a camera module with 3 different cameras on it as well. But much different looking phone right here. We do have a textured back on the Galaxy A14 5G. This one's a bit more of a smooth back. As far as our front display, we're gonna have a lot more screen real estate on the Bold N3, as you guys can see right here, compared to the Galaxy A14. And the Galaxy A14 is going to be a flat display compared to, of course, that 2D curved glass that we get on the Bold N3. Now, getting into the specifications of these displays right here, surprisingly, the Galaxy A14 5G has a better pixels per inch, so it has a better PPI at 400 PPI compared to 388 PPI. 6.6 inch display. We do of course have a full HD display, so 1080p display on the Galaxy A14 5G, 20:9 aspect ratio, and a 90 Hz refresh rate. Now going over to the Bold N3, as I said before, we have a full HD display, so 1080p, full AMOLED display as well, and instead of 90 Hz, we have 120 Hz refresh rate, so it's going to be a lot smoother experience on the Bold N3 compared to the Galaxy A14 5G. And just that screen real estate alone and the 120 instead of the 90, I would say the winner for best display goes to the Bold N3. So the Bold N3 definitely has the better display in my honest opinion, and I think you guys can see it as well, especially if you guys actually have the device. Now going over to the operating systems on both these devices were released with Android 13, so we do have the latest Android software on both these devices. However, I do believe the Galaxy A14 5G obviously is going to have more support. This is a Samsung device. This is kind of tried and true with Samsung devices. You kind of get a lot of updates, honestly, even with their budget devices. So you guys are going to get a lot of software support, which is going to make this a future-proof device. So of course, I believe we have 2 operating system updates on here and 3 or 4 years of security patches on this device as well. So support is going to be decent on the Galaxy A14 5G. Going over to the Bold N3 right here, I have heard nothing about the support on this device. Now the specifications are amazing, and I think that's one of the reasons why this device isn't going to have good support, is because they put all of the money in the specifications and stuff and not the coding for the software support, which isn't terrible because this is a super cheap device and I feel like most people are going to have this for 2 or 3 years. But if you want this to last for longer, honestly, I don't know if they're going to have more operating system updates. So just for the sake of this video and me not knowing if the Bold N3 is going to have any more software updates as far as major OS updates, the winner for software is going to go the Galaxy A14. Now going over to the chipsets on these devices, the Galaxy A14 5G is going to be packed with a Dimensity 700 processor. And going over to the Bold N3 right here, we're going to have the MediaTek Dimensity 7050 on this device. So we're going to have a mid-range processor on the Bold N3. It's going to outperform the Galaxy A14 5G any day of the week. So we're going to have the better processor, of course, on the Bold N3. So great to see that we have that on here. Dimensity 700, it's kind of like overused, honestly, in my opinion. So many devices have recycled that processor, but amazing processor inside the Bold N3. Still the Galaxy A14, it's really decent for $199. I'm not knocking it. All right, guys, so getting into the storage on both these devices, the storage on the Galaxy A14 5G is going to be about 64 gigabytes of internal storage and 4 gigabytes of RAM, which isn't terrible at a $200 price tag. But going over to the Bold N3, we are stocked up with storage and RAM. We have 8 gigabytes of RAM and we have 256 gigabytes of internal storage. So we have about 4 times the storage as the Galaxy A14 5G. And this is storage that you can download applications on. So the Bold N3 wins with the storage right here, obviously, and the RAM. It has double the RAM on this device. Next thing up is, of course, the cameras on these devices. Starting off with the Galaxy A14, of course, our front-facing camera is going to be a 13 megapixel camera. That's capable of wide angle mode, and of course we can shoot at 1080p at 30 frames per second front facing camera. Going over to the Bold N3, our front facing camera is going to be a 16 megapixel selfie camera. We are going to have EIS inside of that as well, which is great to see. As far as front facing photos, I think the Galaxy A14 is a bit more consistent. Don't quote me on that because we're going to do a full comparison, but the Bold N3, I really was not impressed with the front-facing camera. Now, it's going to be a whole other story with the rear-facing camera. I believe that the Bold N3 has the superior rear-facing cameras. Both these devices are going to be triple camera setups on the back. Of course, we have our flash on the Galaxy A14 5G. We're going to have our main 50 megapixel sensor, which is going to be our wide angle camera. Our secondary is going to be a 2 megapixel macro, and our third is going to be a 2 megapixel depth information camera. This is going to be capable of recording at 1080p 30 frames per second. Now going over to the Bold N3, we have a triple camera setup as well. Our main camera is going to be a 50 megapixel super HDR camera plus an 8 megapixel wide angle camera and a 2 megapixel macro sensor. So you guys are going to be able to take some pretty decent macro photos on here. Not the greatest in the world, of course, but as far as video recording, we can shoot in 4K on this device, and it actually looks pretty decent. As far as video quality, though, and everything, I would say the Bold N3 wins with photo and video quality. Of course, we're going to do that full comparison later on this week. But yeah, Bold N3, as far as camera goes, you guys can figure it out later on when I do the full review, but I would say the Bold N3 has the better camera in general. As far as the speakers on these devices, both these devices have a mono speaker. Both are pretty decent. I would say the Bold N3's is a little bit louder though, decently tuned as well. One thing that the Galaxy A14 has that the Bold N3 doesn't is, of course, our headphone jack right there, which is beautiful to see on a device released in 2023. One cool thing that I really like about this device though is we not only got a charger inside the box, which is a 66 watt charger, a charging brick and everything, but we also got earbuds, USB Type-C earbuds with the Bold N3, so you guys can go ahead and put those in here. But if you guys have any like triple driver or quad driver headphones, like some AKGs or some Sennheiser ones that you guys really like and they're a decent pair, we do not have a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. So you guys are going to have to use a dongle or something to put inside of here if you guys want to go ahead and use those. Also, as I said before, the Bold N3 is going to have the better charging rate at 66 watts, and we're actually going to get a charger inside of the box compared to the Galaxy A14 that only has a 15 watt wired charge. Both these devices do not have wireless charging either, so if you guys wanted me to answer that, no wireless charging. However, the Galaxy A14 5G does have 300 more milliamps of battery inside of it with 5,000 milliamps compared to the Bold N3's 4,700 milliamps. So in all honesty, I would have to say that the Bold N3 is the better overall device. I would say this is better than the Galaxy A14 and a bunch of other phones as well. I think I should put this up against the A54 and some other devices as well. But if you guys want me to compare this to some other devices, let me know in the comment section down below. The Bold N3 is going to be the winner. I believe this is a better phone in all aspects. And yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. If you did enjoy this video, leave a like. Also, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the notification bell to be notified every time I upload a new video. This has been some fun from TechRight. Peace out, Tech Gang.